This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Hey guys, I'm here with another video in the Brigitte work log series, and in this video I'm working on her spine and torso. So I've already cut out all of the spine pieces in 6mm EVA foam, and I'm using a Dremel to carve out some lines in the back of the foam. Make sure not to cut all the way through the foam, you just kind of want to score it a little bit, because we're going to be putting contact cement, hot glue works as well, into these lines and then bending those shut. This will create a sharp bend in the back, or on the correct side, the side that's showing of her spine piece. Once those pieces are finished being bent, go ahead and Dremel around the edges just to make sure everything's smooth, and then apply contact cement to the right side of the bottom of some spine pieces and to the back side of the top of other spine pieces, because we're going to be linking all of these together. I think in total I created 4 spine pieces because I'm really short, so I didn't need much more than this. And I connected 3 together, like to each other, and then I connected the 4th one to the top of the back side of the belt. I did this because I wanted this to separate, and I put a piece of Velcro on the bottom of the link of 3 and on the back of the one that's attached to the belt, so they can attach later, but they could also come apart. Because I'm attaching the link of the 3 spine pieces to the chest plate. So around the spine pieces is this little like case almost. It has these 2 walls of EVA foam that I created with 6mm EVA foam, and then it also has these triangle pieces on the side of that, which you can see me gluing into place here. The triangle pieces were also made out of 6mm EVA foam but have a 2mm outline on top. And so I just glue those directly onto the underside of the chest plate before gluing the spine piece in between those, or in the middle of those pieces. Prime that with wood glue and paint it with acrylic paints, and then shade it with oil paints, and then top it off with a clear glossy coat of spray paint. Here I've already moved on to the torso piece. Originally I was going to make it out of foam, but that made me look really bulky, so I decided to go with fabric instead. So I'm just tracing out those patterns that I had made and cut out in the foam onto this stretchy silver fabric, and I also use stretchy yellow fabric for the yellow sections that are in between. And then I sew all those together. So I fold over the raw edges of the silver and sew that down so that all of the edges are nice and clean looking. Once all of those strips of fabric are sewn together, go ahead and sew up the back. I used a zigzag stitch to sew up the back, but I used a straight stitch to sew the individual strips together. You might want to use a zigzag stitch just to sew them all together. I found that I didn't need it to stretch much more than what I had there. And then I moved on to this piece that sits on top of her chest plate and connects like it to the belt almost. And to create this, I used 2mm EVA foam and then wrapped that in brown fabric. I've cut little slits in the fabric around any part where it curves to help me be able to lay down those edges so that they are flat and they're not going to be like an odd shape or look messy. And I just used hot glue to glue those down. I also glued on a brown little fake belt that I made out of the same fabric that she has at the top of this section, but I didn't get footage of that. And besides that, that's pretty much all I did for these pieces. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Sorry it was so short and quick. Have a lovely day, and thanks for watching.